Alright, guys. You're never going to believe, seeing the previous video, that I didn't know that this one was coming when I mentioned zombies, but I didn't. I had the list all prepared, and I had the tabs open, and I would just went from one to the other to the other. And here we are, back with Gates of Slumber again, and Feast of the Dead, which, oh, surprise, surprise, has a bunch of zombies in its cover. So, so we're doing a horror night, I guess. That's all right with me, baby. This is brought to you by one of the honestly, major backer on the Patreon. And he hasn't failed me yet, and I feel that the precedent has been set with Gates of Slumber that this is going to be maybe not a rocker, but it's going to have everything I need out of a metal song. So, oh, that's wrong. Why don't we like, share, comment, and subscribe, and consider joining the Patreon so you can tell me what to do with myself. And let's experience the horror and the deliciousness of the Feast of the Dead. I like this distortion, and I like this riff a lot. This is a really great tone. It's got a fear-inducing quality to it, and the pace is just enough where you can imagine zombies coming after you. If this was playing in a movie, you'd be like, "Yep, that fits real well. I'm down with it." What is that extra sound just before the snare?
Walls closing in around me, nowhere to hide. The hordes of hell are set free, the dead refuse to die. Where did this evil come from? Here come its tail.
Ah!
Oh God, again I must run. The dead cannot prevail.
Okay, so not only is this about zombies, it's about very specific zombies. But wasn't the first Night of the Living Dead? I don't think it was a comet, was it? Right? It was just a radiation burst from like Jupiter or something, right? It's put on so early in the film, and then it's completely ignored afterwards, that even though I've seen the thing like 8 times, I can never remember it. But it seems to me, at least, that this is specifically about Romero's.
Corpses walking in a never-ending line. I smell the grave behind me. It can't be my time. Corpses walking in a never-ending line. I smell the grave behind me. It can't be my time. Time, it has no meaning in this land of the dead. Every moment is fleeting when by fear you're led.
When by fear you're led. That's awesome. These are great lyrics, man. These are perfect for a zombie song. This guy pulled it right out.
It had been such a long time since I'd cause to speak. And then my cry of
immortal words of CinemaSins, roll credits. Every time. I don't know if you watch that, but every time the title of the movie is said out loud in um, CinemaSins, they say roll credits because they're referencing the end of movies like Darkman and Batman and other things where the hero announces his name. So this is a really good zombie song. I don't know. I personally don't know many zombie songs at all, which would be great to rectify that. I might have to do a search just for songs about bloody zombies, you know. Although I must say the art in this one, I don't know where that one zombie got that femur like bone, but it wasn't from a human. See this right here? Right there. That was pretty raw.
Walls closing in around me, nowhere to hide.
Are they treating this like another chorus, or are they gonna go through the whole thing again? Curious. Um, I dig this one. I will hear this one several more times very, very soon. I dig the hell out of it. I've always been a, you know, my like of zombies only really came forth just a couple of years before The Walking Dead came out, and I just start. Oh, you know what really did it? Max Brooks. He fucked my world up talking about zombies, man. The Zombie Survival Guide, and then World War Z. My copies of those are dog-eared and falling apart. I've read them so many times.
Lords of hell are set free, the dead refuse to die. Time it has no meaning in this land of the dead. Every moment is fleeting when my fear you're led. Corpses walking in a never-ending line. I smell the grave behind me. It can't be my time. Corpses walking in a never-ending line. I smell the grave behind me. It can't be my time. Corpses walking in
Okay, I don't know what that is, but that was not a choice I would have made. That is a weird sound. I don't know what it's supposed to imply or mean or make you infer, but eh. So if these guys specialize in, well, maybe not specialized, but if they have a given focus sometimes on on horror subjects, um, I would love to know that. That would be really cool. All right, I don't know what that last thing was either, but it's not detracting from any of it. It's just odd. I still find this to be a five runny song. I enjoyed the hell out of that, man. There's so many images that the lyrics and the sounds conjure up in your brain. Not the least of which, of course, is a shambling horde of undead, which I've been fascinated with for a very long time. This was brought to you by the major backer that we have on the Patreon, our oldest and first. He was the firstborn, so to speak, and he's a great pal. So I thank him eternally every month for everything he does for the channel. Thanks so much. Bring me more of this pseudo traditional horror based stuff, would you? Keep rocking, bitches.